Before we get into the case today, I love doing Murderous, and I know a lot of you love listening to it. There's now a way for you to help keep the show going and help with production costs through a monthly donation. Just scroll to the bottom of the episode description and click the support link. I really appreciate it. Hello and welcome back to the True Crime Comedy Podcast, Murderous Podcast. I'm your host, Sidney Smith, and my co-host,
Jamie Kamaya.
What up, Jay?
How are you?
How are you? What's up, buddy?
I'm down to Pop-Tarts, so it's not great.
Yes, first thing I had to let you know, I had to break the bad news. We were out of Pop-Tarts.
And this has never happened in the however many weeks we've been doing this.
We've been doing this a lot of weeks, yes. It has never happened.
About a half a year in.
I also said you could bring some Pop-Tarts over, and you said what? What did you say? What was your response?
Yeah, I think
how dare you ask me to bring Pop-Tarts?
It's beneath me.
I eat them all, but how dare you? Hey, folks, thank you guys so much for being Murderous Accomplices. And that's what I'm calling you because you listen every single week. So thank you guys. Numbers were a little down last week. And I have to admit to Jay that maybe because of the length of the podcast. So I'm like,
why don't I rate this week?
My team and I need to probably look at the fact that we're getting too detailed for the accomplices. So the numbers were a little down. They weren't drastic, but I did notice there were not as many downloads.
Well, I mean, that's why you got me.
Well,
turn the ship around.
Well, I got you to breathe heavy into the microphone every time you laugh. Take it easy, big fella. All right. So thank you guys for joining us again this week on this one. And I will let you guys all know right away that Jamie and his squad wrote this one. So it will be the length of the story will be about 16 minutes. So
short and sweet, right to the meat.
So my team and I have learned a lesson, and I'm never too big of a man to say, sir, you were right on this one, and I was wrong.
Hold on, let me record that. Actually, we got to record right here.
Yes, 10 plus years, though. It's the first time you've been right about something. So
this will be my favorite episode.
Hang on to it. Hey, for people who may be new to listening to us, this is a podcast where we talk about the real life murders committed by women only. And we have a fun time doing it. So we got a good one lined up for you guys. I do want to remind everybody out there that our first live show is coming September 15th here in the Valley of Phoenix over at CB Live. So we'll be doing that September 15th. I had someone ask me recently what our ticket sales look like. And I have to be honest with them. I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't. Well, because I never, they're like, well, can't you check? I could, but I don't like to be someone who's worried about ticket sales like that because it just upsets me. I think everything I do should be sold out. So if it's not sold out, I get bothered. Never do I have a bad show, but if I'm,
there's always a crowd. I've never been to one of your shows. There wasn't a crowd.
So I just don't think about it until the day of, and then I kind of, well, you know me, I pace back and forth, waiting for people to come in the building. So it's going to be what it's going to be, but we're going to have a great time either way, and we hope many of you here in the Valley can make it out. And that you will bring friends with as well, because I think it's going to be a fun time.
It will be a fun time.
Yeah, definitely.
Bring Pop-Tarts.
Before we get started, let me mention a couple of things out there to our folks who are listening to Apple Podcasts. We got a couple more 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts. Thank you guys very much. We do appreciate that. For the folks out there who are listening who have never given us a rating or review, please, if you wouldn't mind dropping a 5-star and a cool review, that would be awesome. We would be so appreciative of that. So,
any review will do.
No. And also don't forget about our Patreon, which you can get to just by going to our website, murderouspodcast.com. That's also where you can go if you want to get tickets to come on out and join us for the live podcast that's coming again on September 15th. All right, man, let's jump into a little something because I haven't talked to you in a few days, and we got the no Pop-Tart fiasco out of the way.
Have we?
We did because you immediately found a Nutri-Grain bar.
That I begrudgingly ate.
Well, you did. No, begrudgingly my ass. That thing was gone in a matter of seconds. But I did figure out as long as it has some type of fruit filling, whether real or imagined, you will scarf it down.
What do you got for fruit filling? Well, I got fruit. That's filled with fruit.
Yes.
No thanks.
Yes, you have none of that. But yeah, so give us this story with the birthday party, man.
Oh, so one of my girlfriend's grandchildren had the birthday yesterday, and I was in charge of going to get the cake. So I said, all right, no problem. I'll go get the cake and I'm going to get the candles too. So I said, well, how old's your granddaughter? And she said, well, this one's 10, that one's 9. She's 8 years old. I said, okay, I'm going to get a number 8 for this cake.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's over there and I light the candle on the cake and I'm bringing it out and I cue, turn the lights off and everyone starts singing. Happy birthday to, and then we're that far into the song, and one of the kids goes, she's not 8, she's 7. And in front of a table full of children, I look at my girlfriend and go, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh.
I told you 7. No, you didn't tell me 7, because if you told me 7, there'd be a fucking 7 on this cake.
You made a terrible boyfriend. You laid it on grandma.
Oh, it was grandma. How am I supposed to know how old her grandkids are?
You can't put that on grandma.
No, that is grandma.
Grandma is supposed to know for sure, but you just can't out grandma like that.
Well, I'm not going to be the one just randomly, hey, I just picked this random number and threw it on a cake.
And your girlfriend's dangerous. Why would you even... You can't.
I live life on the edge.
You sure the hell do. You can't point the finger back at that crazy lady.
Well, either way, they didn't seem to mind.
I love it. The kids not able.
They could kill us.
It's crazy that the kid didn't say it. Like, who's
well, maybe I don't think the kids saw it coming because I'm coming around the corner. So, like, other kids saw me before I saw her at the end of the table.
Leave it to another kid. It's not 8.
She's not 8. She's 7.
7 years old.
Whatever. And now I started cursing in front of kids. So,
well, that's better than me. I wouldn't even been there. And nor would they. Get the hell out of my house. Everybody can tell.
No, we had, I don't know, it was a good 15 people.
Oh, no. This party's taking place on the porch.
We don't have a porch.
Well, then go do it on your porch.
Yeah. Pull the cars out of the garage.
No kids over here. Neighbor across the street was out walking her dog and I saw her out with her husband, and Tamara and I are putting the trash cans out front. And Tamara's just killing my poor palm tree out there, cutting everything off of it. But that's another story.
Oh, I noticed I was able to walk down your path.
Shut up.
Today without dodging a tree.
So it grows fast. But the neighbor brings the dog over and is like, hey, would you guys mind? I'm trying to get the dog acquainted with people. And I'm like, no, I don't really care for dogs. I don't want your dog. I mean, it's just like, well,
you're a straight shooter, Sidney.
Well, I don't, what I want you to, I did eventually walk over to the dog, come over and let the dog sniff me, and the dog was fine. I don't like dogs, and I don't care for children all that much.
I would have been laying on the ground with the dog.
I know.
Hug me.
I don't like it because they love the shit out of me because I don't know why they don't understand. I don't care for you.
Maybe they know. Maybe they're trying. They sense the anxiety and they're trying to.
I don't have any anxiety. I just don't care for you.
That's anxiety.
Children and dogs, they come over and
you get uneasy when they come over.
Yeah, I'm not uneasy. I don't want you over here.
That's uneasy.
That's not uneasy.
You're describing uneasy.
I'm not describing. Anxiety is uneasy. 2 different things. I don't like you. It's not uneasy. It's a pretty firm.
You have a lot of built-up anxiety, Sidney.
That's better than rage. Hey, a friend of ours from Tosos sent me a text a few days ago.
Yeah, a friend of ours?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure he's not your friend.
He's not, but I'm being nice on the podcast. But he sent me a text. I tell you about this already?
Yeah, you mentioned
it.
Which I thought was out of the blue.
Hilarious to me. I wanted to send let everybody know out there, if you are not paying the $6 for Apple TV, then you are wasting your life. All right? It is amazing. They got some great content on Apple TV. Some shows I just love. Octavia Spencer. I believe she's an Oscar-winning actress. She has a great show on there called Truth Be Told this season with Kate Hudson. And let me tell you something about Kate Hudson. She's no Goldie Hawn, but that girl is sexy.
I dig her.
I like her mother more when her mother was younger.
Famous, right? Wasn't that the movie she kind of came out in?
I think that was it. And then she did How to Lose a Boyfriend in 10 Days, and she was like that scene where she's in that gold dress with her back exposed.
Oh, yeah.
And that's it. She is. Even though you can see she's probably done something to her lips and maybe something to her forehead, but
it's a forehead work done.
Well, I'm talking about like the Botox injections.
I never knew it went to the forehead. This is new to me.
Yeah, women put them in their forehead so their forehead won't wrinkle.
Oh, well.
Yeah, you didn't know that.
I'm going to fire something into the corner of my eyes then.
Well, of course they get it done there as well, but they put it right in their forehead.
It's on crow's feet. Good.
Yeah. But Kate Hudson, yes, banger. And she's so sexy in this show. And I'm just getting into this next season right now, but it's pretty good so far. But got to check that out. And then you and I were talking about that before. Who was the star of that? Yes, Jason Momoa who is married to one of my ladies.
Oh yeah, she is. She's a dime.
From when I was growing up as a kid, Lisa Bonet.
She's in her 50s. She's still a dime.
Oh, is she in her 50s? She might be closer to 60, but
no, she's definitely not that old.
And their daughter Zoe Kravitz, who again, not as in my opinion,
well, not his daughter.
Not his daughter. I'm saying her daughter.
Yeah,
not as beautiful, but her mom is still her mom. Lisa Bonet is outstanding. But see, I'm still trying to get my head all the way wrapped around it. Again, watching these factions of people warring and they're blind is a little something from my mind.
You're going to be a Momoa fan to begin with, I think, to like the show. If he's not your type of actor, you might not get into it.
I don't know if I don't know how Jason Momoa could not be, unless you just don't like action type actors. If you never like Schwarzenegger or Stallone along the way, then you won't like, or The Rock, you won't like Jason Momoa. I think if you don't like that style of actor, you won't like it.
Yeah, he's in that category.
Yeah, you won't like it then. I think the only thing that keeps him from being maybe a notch up from where he's at as far as probably pay and so on and so forth is The Rock. The fact that The Rock still exists.
Still doing it.
And still banking money the way he's banking. But the show is a good show. I'm a few episodes into it, but so far, so good. I do dig it. But my favorite thing is Ted Lasso with Jason Sudeikis, or is it Sudeikis?
Sudeikis.
I think it's Sudeikis. I'm sorry. Jason Sudeikis.
Let's go through all the vowels until we get it right.
But it's a good show. And you said you haven't seen it.
I have not, but I've heard many people rave of it.
It is really good. It's a half-hour dramedy. Probably, I guess, given the episode, it may lean more drama than comedy, depending on which one you're watching. But I'm kidding you not. After every episode, I stayed up to 5 a.m. trying to finish season 1 of this thing the other night. Every episode, and I watch TV different for different reasons. I know I keep jumping around, folks. I apologize, but I watch it for different reasons. I'm watching to see how the character arcs are built, the story arc is built, different things like that. How these characters are built up, how's the world built. So those are the different things. But I still get entertainment out of a show too. So I don't want to make it as if I can't get some entertainment out of it. But Ted Lasso, they covers all the gambits for me when I'm watching it. And it's the only show since the Wonder Years that makes me tear up after almost every episode.
Well, you're not selling that to me. I don't want to tear up.
Dude, it is such a good show. And they do such a good job of making you care about every character within that.
Is it like This Is Us?
No, it's not like that, man. I've never gotten into This Is Us. I know what This Is Us is about, but it's not like that.
It's the most miserable show that in existence. Like if you just want to cry and feel awful, watch that show.
Everybody I know watches This Is Us. They cry. I have not sat and watched one episode of it, but guys and women that I know, they cry.
Yeah, I'll cry if I find out you watch that.
What, This Is Us?
Yes.
You don't like the show at all?
I gave it 2 shots and I'm like, this is miserable. Get it off my TV.
Miserable in terms of the emotion it makes you feel, or miserable as it's not a good show?
Dreary and everything's down and everyone's upset.
Okay.
Oh my God, just stop already. Like, I don't know. It blows my mind that people can even sit there. And people love it. They rave about it. I just cried through the whole show. Can't wait for next week. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Well, maybe they relate to it in some way, somehow.
Ugh. It's gross.
Is there anything on TV that's ever made you cry?
Cry? Yeah, I mean, what? Like TV shows? Not really. I don't really cry at TV shows. When I see there was a video, it was like a race for kids, and there was one kid who was bringing up the back, and he had a disability with his legs. He was wearing metal on his legs, and he fell, but he got up and he ran and he fell again, and everyone's cheering him on, and he finally crosses the finish line, and I'm like, just like crying, like bawling my eyes out, watching this kid cross the finish line.
Stuff like that that stuff wouldn't make me cry. I don't know.
Because you're heartless.
I just said Ted Lasso makes me tear up.
The fake stuff tears you up, but the real struggles of people, that's their problem.
Yeah, okay. The Wonder Years when I was younger used to make me tear up. You know why? Because Kevin Arnold never nailed Winnie Cooper.
I know. What was wrong with him?
It was nothing wrong with him. She's the biggest dick tease on the face of the planet.
Well, I mean, they were like 12. I mean,
they got to high school, all right?
They got like 9th grade. They're still kind of young.
Hey, man, I know people who are having sex that young.
Yeah, I know too. And I don't know. Not that I wasn't interested. I just
Okay,
I'm a late bloomer.
You know what?
Say that.
Well, okay, well, everyone didn't live your life, all right? But I mean, at least she could have, gave him a little something, nothing happened.
Nothing.
Every time he got close, she would break up with him. She'd move on and date some other guy who was tall.
And athletic.
Yeah, she was.
Drove a skateboard instead of a bike.
You talk about late bloomers. I think Kevin Arnold took him a little while to lose that.
Fred Savage.
Yes, it was Fred Savage.
Yes.
And I was thinking of his little brother there. Oh, is it Ben Savage? He was on Boy Meets World or whatever.
Yeah, I can't remember. But yeah, that is his little brother.
Ted Lasso. So you got to check out the show, man. And,
yeah, probably not.
It's a funny show, though.
You didn't sell it to me just now.
It's like, what are you, network
I cry
exec?
every episode. Well, check that off the list.
You crying at whatever you cry about.
I cry at real things.
A lot.
Well,
there's one thing I found that makes me tear up. I don't even call it crying. I just tear up a little bit.
Yeah. Here's something in my eye.
Turn and make sure Tamara's sleeping.
He's sniffling. That's my allergies.
I'm gonna tell you something, ladies who are listening. The last thing any man wants is his woman having to hold him while he cries. and if you're with a guy, you got to hold while he cries.
Wiping the snot off your nose.
You got to break up with that dude. You know the worst thing to see is see a dude crying being held by a woman that's not his mother and watching him rock.
Stack up the pillows in case she rolls over. She can't see you.
He's in so much angst. He's rocking in her arms as he cries. There it is.
The high pitch.
He just can't be consoled.
There it is. He hit it.
Get rid of that dude. And I know Jamie and I are laughing about this, but I mean to get rid of this guy. I know some of you are out there with him. I swear before Jesus, get rid of this dude.
Probably wears a class ring.
Oh. And that's what we call a callback in biz.
Asexual motherfucker.
Hey, for you people out there who don't know the reference, that means you've not been listening long enough. So go back and check out something. And it is the podcast that I titled The Asexual. But yes, man, that dude rocking back and forth crying. The fellas know what I'm talking about too, because we would look down on the dude crying, man.
And then be that dude once a new show shows up.
We
never admit it. Take it to your grave.
Then take it to the grave, man. You weren't at the house. You weren't at the house. I don't think you get to be to a certain age and comfortability in life where you even really admit as a man that you even cry about anything. I think it's something that we all lie about as we're growing older.
Yeah, I'll cry like funerals and stuff, but that's okay. Like everybody's crying there.
I don't cry at funerals.
Oh, really?
No, I can't even. It's hard for me to think about a funeral that I've cried at. You know what? The last time I can think about crying about anything that passed away was, or anybody, is I had a dog that got hit by a car, and nope, I didn't cry then either. No, not think about it. No.
Jeez, I put a dog down. I was a blubbering idiot for a good day.
I have family members that are that way, and I'm not really that guy.
I cry more for dogs than people, probably. Like I said, on average.
We just had a death in the family last weekend. My wife's dad, for all intents and purposes, passed away, and I teared up for her.
Yeah.
I loved him to death. I thought he was a great guy, and actually, we went out to dinner to celebrate a business meeting I had yesterday, and I thought she knew this, but we're talking about him, and I said, when she and I first started dating, they lived together here,
right?
And when he and I met, and I moved here and everything, he told me at one point, he said, I know I can move, and because she's going to be taken care of, she'll be okay. And I told her that he said that, and she never knew that. I thought she knew that, but that was always something that meant something to me then, and always be something that I hang on to.
I mean, got you to tear up a little. Show a little human side. Huh?
When
you said you teared up for her,
I teared up for her when he passed away from COVID, and he was in the hospital, and they had to sedate him, but they put her on FaceTime with him so she could speak to him.
All right, well, that's good. At least, I mean, it's not good, but I mean, silver lining, I guess, for the situation.
Yeah, because she couldn't be there. The hospital wasn't letting anyone in, but when they felt like his end was coming, this was happening in Atlanta. They had reached out to his family and say, look, anyone who wants to see him and, speak to him, you need to come and do that. And so one of the family members had reached out to Tamara and made sure that she was able to FaceTime and have that moment with him. And
well, that's good.
Yeah, and do that. And I couldn't be in the room with her while she did it. She was over in the guest room, and I was on the other side of the house listening, but started to tear up, man. And for her, because I knew how much he meant to her.
And you're like,
and vice
what
versa.
is this salty discharge coming out of my eyes? This never happened before.
I almost.
Something's wrong.
I don't know why, man. Maybe it's upbringing. I don't know what it is. I've just never. It's not like I grew up with some tough dad or tough. Well, my mom was super tough, but not like in terms of you can't cry. I don't know why. It's just not. It's something that's normally just in me.
Well, it's good. It's good to know there is a human side to you.
What do you
I
mean?
wasn't sure, and now you're telling me I know. Now I know.
Now you know. Well, now I got to.
Sidney is good people.
Is that what you took away from this? As if you didn't know that before. All right, moving on from Jamie finding out that I'm good people. Want to let everybody out there know new merchandise, new podcast merchandise just dropped yesterday. So if you go again to murderesspodcast.com, pick yourself up a tee. If you can't support us by hitting up the Patreon and doing that, I know times might be tough for some people still with the pandemic. We will definitely be appreciative if you supported this show by picking up some merch from us. Again, by going to murderesspodcast.com. I got some more teas dropping within the next day or so. If you're coming out to the podcast show, the live podcast, if you come out, show some support. We would love to see you out there in the audience wearing one of the Murderous Podcast tees as well. But again, you can get tickets for the show, the live show, and you can go to the I'm fumbling over myself here, or you can get merch also at the same website, murderesspodcast.com. And we should have some more news coming up for you guys real soon about the show. So, yeah, man, spicy.
I might even be there.
Trying to take the show up to the next level in all different kind of ways, and hopefully, many of you will support and be on board with us. Also, don't forget to check us out on IG, Murderous Podcast, and join our Murderous Podcast group on Facebook as well. All right, all that business is out of the way. Jay, thanks for coming, man. Thanks for being here.
Happy to be here.
Okay. Oh, Jesus, don't really hacking it up. All right, on this week's episode, we look at a woman who was doing life in prison as a result of testimony from a single witness. Her 7-year-old son.
Ouch.
Is Florida's Mother of the Year, Amanda Lewis.
Woo.
You know what? I kind of like that intro. That one there. That was not cheesy.
Oh no! I'll do better next time.
The other ones, I feel like I should be wearing like a plaid tweed sports coat, selling you a Miata, selling you a Miata at the price of anything more expensive than a Miata. All right, so we're talking about Amanda Lewis this week in a small town of Estill, Florida, with a population of less than 400 people at that time. Jesus Christ, everybody's related in that time.
Right.
At that time, with a family of 3. Adriana Hutto lived with her mom, Amanda Lewis, and her brother, AJ Hutto. The 2 children were half siblings as they came from different fathers. According to their mother, Amanda, the boy AJ was the calmer one, while Adriana was the attention seeker.
No, I already see where this is going.
Amanda had an occupation as a nursing partner, and she frequently worked late night shifts. You think... I was reading that, and for some reason it popped in my head. I don't think I've ever seen 2 kids... when there's just 2 kids in a family where their personalities are similar. I feel like they're always different.
Yeah, well, they're coming from different dads too, so that
may play into it. But even if you had
probably played into her favoritism.
Well, definitely. I love when parents, especially mothers, say they have no favorites.
Oh, they got a favorite.
Oh, there's always a favorite.
My girlfriend got 5 kids. I can tell you, I can rank them.
I
won't do that on here, but I can absolutely rank.
Well, please don't do that on here. Please don't do that.
We'll lose 4 of them.
I want your key to work when you go home after this drops. So Lewis was called up for National Guard duty when Adriana was just 6 months old. Adriana was left in the care of family for months, and Lewis admits she had trouble bonding with her daughter. Her affection for Adriana, Lewis said, developed over time. She said she loved her daughter very much. She also said she never had this trouble with her son, AJ. Amanda depicted Adriana as an exceptionally social, active, and amicable little youngster. Notwithstanding, what she emphasized was that she was an outrageous instance of ADHD. Then again, AJ was the opposite, being quiet, calm, and had no issue playing without anyone else.
He plays alone. I would be more concerned about the kid who doesn't want to play with other kids.
Hey man, I was that kid. What are you talking about?
Really?
When I was younger, I didn't
That's why you don't cry.
Dead inside. My favorite movie was The Good Son.
We already know which one you dropped.
Oh, I had to drop that kid. Due to Adriana having attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, raising her was a daily struggle, Lewis said. Her temper with Adriana, she said, was much shorter than it was with AJ. But that's not fair. That's not fair. On the 8th of August, 2007, Amanda Lewis completed her night shift. Worn out as she returned home toward the beginning of the day to have a nap before she began the day, Amanda went to sleep with the youngsters watching cartoons. The kids wanted to play outside, yet keeping in mind that there was a pool in the backyard, Amanda made it clear that they couldn't go near the pool without her supervision. She consistently held the stepping stool to the pool secured away in the shed so that regardless of whether the children attempted to get within the pool, they wouldn't be able to.
Well, that's just a challenge.
Right, you're not
Find
stopping
something
me.
else to get in there.
Yeah, you're not stopping me. Before Amanda could sleep, AJ ran back within the house and revealed to Amanda that Adriana was within the pool. Snitch.
Right?
From the outset.
Started this kid.
Right. From the outset, Amanda felt that AJ implied that Adriana was by the pool. Thus, Adriana didn't think it through and asked AJ to advise her to return inside. Did you and your sister snitch on each other when you guys were growing up? Or were you guys pretty...
If we thought we could get something out of it, yeah.
Oh, so you guys was turning state evidence on her bit.
Yeah, we were.
We didn't snitch on each other. My mother to this day is always amazed that we didn't snitch on each other. One person would do something, everybody else knew that he or she did it, and no one would say anything, and we would all get grounded for it, knowing we would get grounded for it, and we would all get grounded.
And then you give them some, jail yard justice, right? They're not taking the blame.
So my mother's always, she said, my mother said she never took the heat for anybody. She was a snitch. I'm not getting grounded for someone else. But we never did. So
I'd say I wasn't a snitch because I was always the one getting in trouble.
Oh, so they snitched on you.
Oh, yeah, I got snitched. I remember my sister taking a piece of candy she shouldn't have, and I snitched.
Why?
Because they're like, who took this? And she wouldn't admit to it. I'm like, she took it. Can I? Because none of us were going to get any candy.
Yeah. So
if I snitched her out, she would eventually admit to it. I got a piece of candy.
And that's what turns you into this.
Yeah, and here we are.
This guy.
Here we are bitching about no Pop-Tarts.
Yes, here you are. So when AJ left, Amanda started to ask why it was taking AJ such a long time to get Adriana back inside the house. Amanda proceeded to look outside and saw that AJ was trying to pull Adriana out of the water. There was a red toy wagon next to the pool and an oven pan floating in the pool next to Adriana. Amanda rushed to the pool and saw that Adriana was face down, turning purple. She promptly called 911 in the wake of an endeavoring CPR on her little girl. The recorded call was chaotic and frantic. EMTs attempted to revive the girl and were able to get a pulse. It was at this point, as the police showed up, that they rushed Adriana to the nearby hospital located in Panama City.
Panama City?
Yes, Panama City.
Florida. Isn't Panama City in Panama?
I think you can have
more than one, huh?
Yeah, I think you can have more city than in one place.
Yeah. There's a lot of Springfields in this country.
Yes, there. Yeah. Like there's a lot of Dr. Martin Luther King Boulevards.
But it's usually written under the original name of the street. Like I think here it's Broadway, right? They'll say Broadway, and then under it says Martin Luther King Boulevard.
Yeah, but I think some places I've seen where it's just Martin Luther King Boulevard, like they just nothing underneath.
I think Detroit has one.
Yeah, it's not underneath. We have a Rosa Parks street and things like that. Yeah, but it's not written underneath the original street.
Here in Arizona, I saw a Robert E. Lee Way.
Well, it is Arizona, and because it's Arizona, it's why you saw Martin Luther King Jr.'s name underneath the street name. So
you made the sign, isn't they happy enough?
Pretty sure Arizona's the last state to make the holiday a holiday within the state here.
Gun to their head.
Yes, they had to do it. I think the federal government had to get it. No, it wasn't the federal government. Who got involved? There was a couple of bands that refused to play here
until they made it.
Until they adjusted their stance on that. So EMTs attempted to revive the girl and were able to get a pulse. It was at this point, as the police showed up, that they rushed Adriana to the nearby hospital located in Panama City. Dr. Renee Fox, who was the one working on Adriana, still had a little hope left for her revival. When she tried telling her mother, Amanda, this, Dr. Fox saw the first red flag. As per her report, she claims that Amanda showed no remorse, instead asked, where is the vending machine? Look, man, that's not a first, all right, red flag. The woman just wanted something to eat.
Right. She's hungry.
All right. That's not, everyone doesn't show remorse the same way.
Different way. Could be in shock. Right?
All right. Okay. Just don't jump to conclusions. I know what the name of the podcast is. Maybe this one is, hey, she didn't do it.
Yeah, we might be tricking these people.
Yeah. So stay tuned. All right. So
listen to the end.
Sadly, at 5:05, Adriana Hutto was declared dead. Even after this news broke out, Amanda demonstrated zero emotion, according to the doctor. Dr. Fox had never seen such little emotion when delivering the worst news that could ever be delivered to a parent. It was expected that Adriana had attempted to get within the pool by inclining toward one of the sides. However, without the stepping stool, she had slipped and fallen into the pool inadvertently. Sheriff Dennis Lee stated that he showed up while EMTs were working on Adriana while Amanda and AJ were in the house. Lee let AJ leave with the grandparents so he could talk to Amanda about what had happened. Notwithstanding, only hours after the fact, AJ Hutto, 6 years of age at the time, was now with his grandparents. What he kept revealing to them stirred up things that were suspicious enough for them to call the police. They showed up to stop for a moment to chat with AJ in private.
Oh, this is where it comes.
AJ said that his sister had sprayed a glass cleaner within the house, which was something that she was permitted to do. So Amanda got annoyed, which wasn't something she was permitted to do. So Amanda got annoyed. AJ claims to witness the whole event of his mother dunking Adriana's face into the water as a punishment, while Adriana shouted for help, instantly changing the dynamics of the case. The child specialists were called in. AJ had to repeat his story to the specialist. AJ kept changing his story, but he was taken seriously because a 6-year-old with under trauma as big as the death of his sister is bound to be all over the place as far as trying to gather and recall the memories of what took place. What do you think of that?
Well, yeah, I mean, I believe that. I guess you have to decide whether or not how credible it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how credible is this going to be? I mean, you take the parts. He's going to probably be consistent on some things and not consistent on the others. Look at the stuff that he's consistent on and go with that.
Yeah, 6 years old, I think you almost have to allow for the fact that the story may change.
Right.
I guess if it doesn't change dramatically, I suppose, which maybe we'll find out here within the rest of the story.
I feel like a 6-year-old doesn't even really know how to lie at that point.
Oh, hold on now. What do you mean?
Like he's not like he's going to be recalling this stuff in front of investigators, in front of social workers, in front of his grandparents, he's not going to be thinking, I'm going to be making up a story here. He's just going to be recalling the best he can.
Yeah, and that's probably something that's to take into account as well. The nervousness he probably has being questioned by strangers, and
everything come out of his mouth is completely honest as far as he knows.
And you know, maybe they don't. I don't know. I'm thinking as I'm picturing you got at least 3 or 4 different adults in the room while they're talking to us, and maybe not. Maybe they only had the specialist in there repeating the same questions, and his story just kept changing. But so. When Amanda was told what AJ had said to authorities, that he believed that mom drowned his sister, Amanda replied in a calm and composed tone, "Well, I don't know why he would think that."
Well, she's consistent.
Look, now see, I was on your side, Amanda, up to that, but you were too calm with your
a little too calm
with your rebuke. Nah, I don't think. Yeah, maybe
I don't believe him.
So when the investigator asked her son why her son would say that, Amanda said, "Well, he does like to tell stories. He has a very big imagination." It was at this point that Amanda Lewis agreed to a polygraph test, which she passed.
Oh.
So there's a little...
but inadmissible in court.
Which is why I don't know why people ever agree to take a polygraph test. Because if you pass it...
it's no good.
You can't use it. If you don't pass it...
you are the main suspect.
They're right. They still can't use it technically, but they're all over your ass.
And if they ask you and you say no, oh, well, why won't you take it? Well, I just explained it to you.
Yes. And I've seen it also where you pass it, they still don't believe it. You must have beat it somehow.
I could take one. The questions could be like, "Are you a ginger?" I'd be like, "I'm not taking that test. I don't trust it. I don't trust that it won't make me look bad some way."
Oh, absolutely. I would never take a polygraph. You never want to say never a thing, though. I can't imagine why I would be seated taking a polygraph test, but yeah, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, because those things measure. I guess they ask you a question, and if you're lying, your heart rate goes up when you're about to answer because you're panicking about lying to them. Like knowing that the machine might catch you. And if you're giving an honest answer, your heart rate doesn't really change much. But you could be nervous as hell.
But there's a reason why they're not admissible in court, and again, I don't know why you would even ask someone to take one, other than you're trying to prove in your mind what you already have in your mind.
Right.
You already think you wouldn't ask an innocent person to take one.
Or maybe they ask them just to see what the reaction would be to the question itself of taking one and say, okay, you're not want to take one. All right, we're going to look at you even deeper now.
I know, but my point is, if I thought you were innocent, I would never ask you to take a polygraph test, right?
Yeah, so, I guess so. But some people, if they're not sure if you're 100% sure they're innocent, yes, but they have no idea at this point.
No, but listen to me. Listen, if I believe, whether I believe 51%, if I believe that you're innocent, I'm not asking you to take a polygraph test.
Well, you got to be like 100% sure, not 51%.
That's all I need is to have some feeling inside me that I think you're telling the truth.
Yeah, but I mean, your gut's only going to get you so far. It's not. I don't know. As a detective, I would ask the question. I would want them to take it. As a person being asked, I would never take it.
Right, but you're not going to ask someone you believe to be innocent of something to take it. If
I'm 100% certain, no, I wouldn't ask.
There's no 100% these guys work with.
95, but I mean 51 is not close enough. 51 means you don't know.
I'm giving you 51% at being the least. Okay, so you're not.
That means someone holds a gun to your head, choose they're guilty or innocent. Other than that, you're not sure.
No, I think you're completely wrong about this, and I think you're arguing for the sake of arguing.
Send us an email.
No, you're not going to ask someone if it's one iota in you that feels like that person is not guilty. You're not asking someone you believe to be innocent to take it, is my point.
I agree with you.
So if you're asking someone that you already have a preconceived notion to be guilty of whatever crime, then you are going to take that test and turn that test and make that test into whatever you want to be.
Yes, but
to fit your preconceived thoughts.
Yes, especially if I think they're guilty. But if I think they're innocent, I have to be like really certain they're innocent. Not just like, hey, I have an idea. I'm sure there's questions you can ask to solidify your mind one way or the other.
This might be our first fight on this. I'm
not even arguing with
you. Are arguing? You are arguing
I'm
with me.
I'm talking about the percentage of
How
rightness.
can you say you're not arguing with me?
The percentage of rightness.
Is this what a Bailey has to go through?
The base of the argument I agree with.
This is complete.
It's the percentage.
You folks are getting an insight into
51%. That's not enough.
You guys are into the marriage here that's between Jamie Kammeyer and I here. You guys, this will be the last episode.
Yeah. Couldn't be doing this into a pup tots in the cabinet.
So that's what it is. Your passive aggressive biatch.
It's coming out now. My blood sugar's low. Feisty.
Jeez. All right. So an investigation was now focusing on Amanda Lewis. It was discovered that Amanda didn't have a decent connection with her little girl because of the way that Adriana wet her bed at any rate once per week. And this drove Amanda exceptionally crazy. Speaking with neighbors and other folks who had been around the family at different times, the police affirmed that the children were potentially abused. If not, they were most likely neglected. At the point when examiners looked through Amanda's home, things promptly didn't appear to be correct. The entire house was filthy and smelled of urine, confirming the neglection. There was not a single toy, and this gave them an understanding of how Amanda had been treating her kids. Smelling of urine, that's disgusting.
I'm caught up on the no toys.
I'm caught up on the fact that they don't have any toys, but you're in a house with a pool that they can't use.
Right. Hey, here's the greatest toy any kid could have. Can't use it.
Lewis said she stored her children's toys in the shed to punish them for not cleaning their rooms, but crime scene photos of the structure showed no toys. To add to these warnings, Amanda Lewis had been a mother previously with a child named Alex while being 17. At the point when he was only 1.5 years old, Amanda found him on the floor, not breathing and not moving.
Oh, God.
Ultimately, the child passed away. So she may be, I think it takes 3 to be serial, but she may be a multi. Alex's death was determined to be a result of a startling seizure. But that as it may, after Amanda lost her second daughter, people find it difficult to conclude Alex's death as well.
Yeah, well, it makes sense.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it calls everything into question.
She clearly has a short temper.
Well, yes. After a month, Amanda Lewis was arrested for first-degree murder. Half a year later, a trial was held to see whether Amanda could be released or not. 6 months after Adriana's death, A.J. Hutto, now 7, served as the key witness in the murder case against his mother. AJ, who at first didn't recognize his mother in the courtroom, broke down crying on the stand.
That's sad.
What, that he didn't recognize his mother?
Yeah, and then once he did recognize her, he started crying, a little brain like that, trying to put all that together.
Yeah.
That's sad. That'll hit my heart. That'll tug at the heartstrings.
Okay, I need you to pull it together. We got a few more pages here to go. Can you maintain? Let's do this. Don't cry at my house. AJ, being the only witness and the one holding this case together, changed his statements multiple times. 27 times to be precise. Now, do you have a problem with that? That's a lot of changing.
Yeah, that is a lot of changing. But I mean, I don't know what counts as a change. Just like they're like back and forth, like yes, no, or just adds a different detail each time.
Prior to the AJ taking a stand, the prosecution reminded the court that this was a young boy who was going to be coming into a room of strangers and that he was going to do his best to recall the events of that day. You can't put that boy on the stand then. You don't get to remind these people of all this nonsense.
Yeah, they're kind of like
either he's ready to go or he's not.
Greasing the wheel to have sympathy for this kid and just take whatever he does because you feel bad for him.
Look, man, I believe anyone who commits a crime or murder should be in jail. I think I'm pretty fair on that and pretty even on that for the length of this podcast. But some of the stuff that these prosecutors try to pull in some of these episodes drives me absolutely up the wall, and I have a real problem with it. Again, like you said, greasing the wheel before you get into what you're doing.
Right. Yeah, they're definitely greasing the wheels for this jury to think a certain way.
It just bothers me.
But that's what they're supposed to do, I guess. It's up to the defense to fight that.
Yes, I suppose so. So at that point, it would be up to the jury to give his testimony the credibility that they felt it deserved. At the courtroom, he was shown a drawing of the crime scene that he drew. And while being asked who the stick figure was and what was it doing, he replied, "My mama, killing my sister." Despite AJ not having clarity, there was more proof to support the case. For one, everybody near the family expressed that Adriana had a major dread of water. She was spookily terrified of suffocating and could never be any place close to the water on her own. Moreover, Amanda's coworkers expressed that Amanda had revealed to them that she wanted to kill Adriana out of distress.
No, you don't go saying that.
You could have said it sometime before. You were in court talking about it.
That sounds like something that was old, that was dug up.
Yeah, but where were you people at when she said it?
Right.
Who were you reporting this to? You always write these ones that gets me.
I've told my kid I'm going to choke slam him before in front of people, but hopefully that won't come back to bite me.
Let me get my phone over here. Save his point.
I only got a couple more years before he can kick my ass. I'm going to get it in now.
I was going to say, he's bigger than you now. I'm pretty sure he can.
He's taller.
Yes.
Well, I got a few pounds.
You got a few pounds. That doesn't mean anything. The kid's been doing martial arts for many years now, and he's taller than you, and he's deadly quiet.
Yes, he's plotting.
Yes. So watch your back.
Well, when I asked him that one day, how old do you think before you can kick dad's butt? No hesitation. 19. Like he's been thinking about this number. He's had it in his head.
Didn't he kick you in the balls at request without
hesitation? Do we have to go back to this?
Yeah, we do, because these are all the things you need to be.
I made a stupid post that said, if this gets 100 likes, I'll post a video of my kid punting me in the stones.
Yes, you did.
And at like 150, you had to post the video.
You did. And so that's what I'm saying. But he had no hesitation. He didn't try to talk you out of it.
Oh, no, he was all for it.
And then, so that's what I'm trying to tell you.
And he came in toes first.
Right. Just a little.
He came in toes first, man. Oh.
So I can testify. I don't know why Jamie didn't know this was going to happen.
I give you Exhibit A, 1,100 views.
So the primary proof nonetheless originated from the wounds that were found on Adriana's temple. These wounds were reliable with AJ's version of what happened about how Amanda continued putting her hand over and dunking her within the water. Specialists confirmed that it was a bruise from a hand.
Like palm print on the face.
The specialist, or did a doctor confirm?
Right.
All right.
Who's a palm on the face specialist?
The judge informs the jury that there are only two penalties for first-degree felony murder: death or life imprisonment. Members of the jury took 2 hours after a 4-day trial to render a decision. Amanda Lewis was called guilty. After a month, Lewis was condemned to life in jail. AJ has since been adopted. After one point, she was offered a 10-year plea deal, but rejected it because she refused to admit to something that she didn't do. Man, oh man, You're sitting in jail for life. How often do you think she thinks about not taking that plea deal?
Yeah, because she'd be out right now.
Man. Amanda Lewis still maintains her innocence to this day. Larry Basford, who in the long run prosecuted the case, claims Adriana's drowning was actually a punishment that went excessively far. As he brought up, the pool was 32 to 35 inches tall, and Adriana was 47 inches tall.
Well, I like that bit of evidence right there.
Why?
Just stand up, and there's no way she could have drowned.
Mm-hmm. Off the chance that she fell into the pool coincidentally, all she needed to do was stand up. The children's grandfather, Billy Hutto, told ABC News that somebody was coaching AJ to say his mother drowned Adriana. Hutto's wife, Debbie, agrees and claims AJ's step-grandfather, Charles Burns, coerced AJ into pointing the finger at his own mother. Burns denies the accusation. In 2010, Lewis filed an appeal referring to the merger doctrine, which she claimed precludes the use of aggravated child abuse as the underlying felony and a felony murder charge if only a single act of abuse led to the child's death. The merger doctrine basically states where lesser included offenses are generally rolled up into the greater offense. Therefore, a person who commits a robbery cannot be convicted of both the robbery and the larceny that was part of it.
Makes sense, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Either way, this appeal was unsuccessful. Yeah, because who's going to let a child killer
you can tell me anything.
Win an appeal? They're just not going to let you. And the conviction was affirmed. In a jailhouse interview in 2016, 8 years after her conviction, Amanda Lewis was asked straightforward what had happened. The interviewer: I'm asking you this because I want to see your reaction. Did you kill Adriana? Amanda Lewis: No, I did not. Did you dunk her in that pool until she drowned?
That's such a odd state. Did you dunk her? Like he's going for blood here.
Amanda Lewis: No. When you get to the hospital, what is going on? The doctor came in and said that Adriana was gone. I felt like a part of me was now gone.
Lies.
Where you at with this, man? Where you stand? Are you with or against in this one?
I mean, you hear about all the neglect and stuff like that, so it makes me have little sympathy to even think about whether or not she did this. You know, I feel like, yeah, I think she did.
See, that right there is why they don't let certain things into court.
Yes,
cases.
I'm easily influenced.
Right. You just took something such as the smelling urine and the kids had no toys, which, and I'm not making light of it because I'm someone who...
That would be neglect, right?
Yeah. But you just took that. And because you know that, it's easy for people like you, and I'm not saying anything negative about you, so when I say like you, I'm not talking about mayonnaise at all.
I'm talking about white people.
I am not talking about white people. I'm talking about any person. This is why they don't let certain things into the courtroom, because you guys get into your heads that this, and then they say, and so that means this. And you guys say, yeah, that does mean this. And it does not necessarily
otherwise
mean
it just
this.
sounds like it's out of the blue. You have to paint a picture of this woman.
No,
right?
you got to paint a picture with the facts of what happened, not with what you not with all these breadcrumbs that you want to lead to what you think happened.
No, but those are more. I would call those more than breadcrumbs.
I would not call those more than breadcrumbs. I would probably be one of those people.
It's like pieces of cake.
Pieces of cake. I have a problem with that, and I don't think that means that she's automatically guilty. I guess that's all I'm saying. I also not sure if this 6 to 7 year old young man should be your key witness in this if he's changing his story 27 times.
Well, the whole part where she's a minimum of 12 inches taller than the height of the pool water is very telling for me. She could have stood up.
Yeah, but I've seen people get into water, and especially if she's afraid, like they say she is, get in it and you completely panic. Your mind isn't telling you to stand up.
Geez, well, you're taking breadcrumbs from another cake altogether.
I'm not taking breadcrumbs from another cake. I'm taking the breadcrumbs from what they tried to use as evidence. The fact that she was taller. I've seen people who are big enough to stand up. I've seen grown people panic in a pool because they think they're drowning because they know they can't swim.
Put your feet down.
Hey,
stand.
And you've never had to tell an adult that or a child?
No, I don't. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm sure it happens.
I have, and I've seen it done, and I've had to do it. Just stand up. What are you doing?
The palm print on the face too.
Look, man. The stories at least said specialist. It did not say doctor.
It could be someone who studies forensic stuff. Forensic handprints.
Look, we've had child killers on our podcast before, and I don't think any of them I was like, man, I want to see this one. I'm a little torn on this one, to be honest with you. This is kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, no, I'll agree with you there. It's certainly not as cut and dry as we've had in the past.
Yeah, and the last thing I'll say on my side of this discussion is that it would be very easy for a child to be coached into saying something, whether it be by his grandfather or anyone else.
True, but the part I like is he drew that picture. Okay, tell me about this picture. Mm-hmm. He's actually in a comfortable, I would say, out of more than any other scenario, he's in a bit of a comfortable place right there.
That's a good point. That is a good point. You finally had one good point.
Hey, every once in a while, get a little wood in the ball.
Hey, everybody. Thank you guys for listening to another episode of Murderous Podcast. You've been listening to 16 minutes worth of murder written by Jamie Kamara and his squad.
Fiery minutes.
Fiery minutes. About the story you just heard, we sourced it from conspiracytheories.in, ADC News. Is that supposed to be ABC News?
ABC, that's what it says.
ADC is what it says. Should it be ABC?
Oh, the D and the B aren't even that close on the keyboard, are they? Yeah, we'll go with ABC.
ABC. It was
we want to give it the right
.go.com. And from the TV show Killer Women. Hey, folks, don't forget we got that live show coming up. Come on and check it out. Also, go to murderouspodcast.com. Check out our new merch that we have as well. Support the show in that manner. Also, you get some cool new artwork there to walk around with. Remember, be aware of your surroundings, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.